And was there genetic testing ordered in this case?
Yes.
You participated in that genetic testing?
Yes, sir.
Who is the father of the child in this case?
He's never taken care of my child alone.
I have a daughter as well. I am an adult and I can take care of Mateo. I would like to visit Mateo every day while I am in El Paso.
If he's okay with that, I'm fine with that.
I am watching Analia, which is my daughter, and they have 2 car seats. Can I watch Mateo as well?
This court will call cause number 2025 DCM 1671. We are here today, August 6, 2026. It's 1:44 in the afternoon. I am Judge Phyllis Martinez Gonzalez. I am the presiding Title 40 judge for Court 44 here in El Paso County. The pleading that is before this court is a First Amendment petition to establish the parent-child relationship. I believe we are here for a temporary orders hearing. May I have announcements, please?
Juan Calvo for the state president. Ready, Your Honor?
Okay. Let the record further reflect that Mr. Supplice Tayu Tagna is present. He is representing himself in this legal action. And we also have Ms. Perla Aide Gonzalez Fryer. Ms. Gonzalez, are you ready to proceed today?
Yes.
Mr. Tayu Tagna, are you ready to proceed today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Both of you, please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you provide this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. You can both lower your hands. Let the record reflect both parties have been duly sworn in. Mr. Calvo, are there any agreements or stipulations before we move forward to any contested issues?
There may be an agreement on conservatorship, Your Honor, for joint managing conservatorship, as well as the establishment of parentage.
Okay.
May I call my first witness, Your Honor?
Sure.
The state calls Ms. Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez, what is your full name?
Perla de González Freire.
What is the full name of the child in this case?
Mateo González.
And was there genetic testing ordered in this case?
Yes.
And who is the father of the child in this case?
Simplices.
Where does the child currently live?
With me.
Who makes all major decisions with the child?
I do.
Are you asking the court grant joint managing conservatorship, also known as equal rights over the rights, responsibilities, and duties of the child in this case?
Yes.
What geographical restriction, if any, are you asking be placed on the child in this case?
None.
What does the current visitation look like between the child and the father in this case?
Since he lives in Aruba, he doesn't visit in person, but he does FaceTime sometimes.
What concerns would you have, if any, for visitation to take place between the child and the father in this case?
If anything, it's just more experience-wise. I don't know how comfortable I feel leaving him alone with my child since he's never taken care of my child alone. So as I mentioned before, I would like to ask for supervised visitations until he's of school age, 5 or 6.
And if supervised visits were granted in this case, up until whatever the court decides, after the supervised visitations, you would be comfortable with the standard possession order taking place, correct?
What is the standard possession order, sorry?
The standard possession order, as it was explained, is the every other weekend, the first, third, fifth weekends of the month, with alternating holidays depending on the year. Do you recall this?
Yes. Okay, I do know. Yes, if he lives in the US by that time, yes, I'm okay with that.
You know if the father is working?
Not that I know of.
What sources of income, if any, do you know about that the father receives?
I wouldn't know. I think he may get disability from the VA, but I'm not sure. That's as far as my knowledge goes on that.
For the child's name, what name change, if any, are you asking the court enter into?
I had talked about this with some police before. I don't mind if giving Mateo his last name. I just ask that it be after mine. So it would be Mateo Gonzalez and then whatever, either Tayu or Tagni, whatever he wants.
Are you at, are you currently working?
Yes.
Is there any insurance, health insurance or dental insurance available through your employment?
They do offer that, but only for full time, and I can't work full time because I go to school full time. So I
Okay.
work part time.
And currently, is the child on any private health or dental insurance?
He's on Medicare right now, Medicaid.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Tayutagni, do you have any questions of Ms. Gonzalez?
I was hoping you have questions for me.
Well, you'll be the next witness, but she's a witness and you represent yourself. You have the right to ask her questions if you want to. You don't have to.
Oh, no, I have no questions at the moment.
Okay, Mr. Calvo?
Okay, the state calls Mr. Tayu. Mr. Tayu, what is your full name?
Simplice Aime Tayu Tanya.
There was court-ordered genetic testing in this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
You participated in that genetic testing?
Yes, sir.
And who is the father of the child in this case?
I am.
Are you asking the court award yourself equal rights, also known as joint managing conservatorship, over the child in this case?
Can you please repeat that?
Are you requesting equal rights over the child in terms of responsibilities, rights, and obligations, also known as joint managing conservatorship in this case?
Yes, please.
Where do you live currently?
In Aruba.
Are you asking for any geographical restriction be placed on the child in this case?
No, sir.
What are what are you asking the court order in terms of visitation between you and the child?
That brings me to my question. What does supervised visit look like? Because every time I see Mattel anyway, it is with the mom. And to me, that is okay. That seems supervised. But if it is not with her, what is supervised visit look like?
Well, currently I'm asking you what you're wanting, right? So are you want are, it's sounding, correct me if I'm wrong, it's sounding you're okay with mom supervising visitations between you and the child for a certain amount of time? Is that correct?
I have a daughter as well, and sometimes the mom leaves me with her and she goes to work. If Perla wants to be there when I see Mattel, that is okay. If she wants to go to work, that is also okay. I am an adult and I can take care of Mattel.
Okay. Do To be clear, is there a specific amount of time you're okay with supervised visits, or are you okay with them always being supervised?
As she said, until he starts school at 5.
Okay. What would you like Mateo's name to be if the court would change Mateo's name?
Perla, no. Mattel Gonzalez Tayu works with me.
Okay. Where are you currently working?
I am not.
What kind of income do you receive?
I received BAH from for going to school
Where were you last employed?
in the service, U.S. Army.
Are you receiving any VA disability?
Yes.
How much are you receiving from VA disability?
What are the options?
I'm sorry, I did not catch that.
What are the options for these VA disabilities?
What
No,
is the I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm a new veteran, so go ahead.
So, specifically, I'm asking what amount does the VA disability check that comes to you? What is that amount?
The amount varies on the disability percentage or rate.
What's your percentage at right now?
Does that really have to be answered?
Yes, sir.
100%.
You are 100% disabled, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what is the amount that the U.S. service pays a 100% disabled veteran?
I don't know. I don't have it in my head, sir.
Is there anything preventing you from working a job right now?
Yes.
What is preventing you from working?
My Based on my time in the service and my disability, I am unable to work currently. So I go to school.
So just so I understand, you're stating your service that you completed is preventing you from finding future employment?
Yes,
In
that is
what way?
that is that would not aggravate my health.
Do you have any diagnosed health concerns right now?
Of course, sir. That's how we get the rating.
And is your testimony that it is these health concerns that prevent you from finding any kind of employment?
That would not aggravate my health. Yes, it comes with that.
What specifically are these health conditions that you have?
If I had the list of this ratings, I could just show it to you. One of them being unable to being on my feet for long.
Okay, and what else?
What is it that you're looking for?
Just all the disabilities or concerns that you have with your health that are actively preventing you from finding work.
Oh, should I log into my VA so we can read it together?
No, I'm just, your testimony is sufficient, so you can go ahead and tell me specifically what it is.
I think what most are saying is sufficient. I'm unable to stand up for long, nor am I able to sit down for too long.
Now, you mentioned reading from a list. Do you have any of that paperwork that you could send in to the Office of the Attorney General for review?
Yes,
Okay, and you can do so by the time we get back to the next hearing, correct?
yes.
With you being a disabled veteran, is there any option for the child to be placed on TRICARE?
I am a new veteran. I think there's ways. I have been asking for Mattel's Social Security to get him enrolled with the VA with me. They send money for child support, and I give it to her. That's what should have been happening, I thought. I am willing to enroll Mattel with the VA with me. All I needed was his social.
Do you know if there's a cost associated with putting the Mattel on whatever the disability insurance is?
I don't understand your question.
So, and I understand you're a new veteran, so there's some benefits that are free when you're in the service that don't cost anything for the health insurance. And sometimes when you're a veteran, you also have to pay a cost. I'm just asking, do you know if there's a cost associated with it or not?
I don't know,
Or if
sir.
you're unsure? Okay. Okay, pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have any questions of Mr. Tayu?
Mm, no, not at the moment.
I have a question.
Well, hold on, sir. I have a quick question for you. You indicated that you would like to see your son Mateo in person. Is that what I'm understanding as well?
Yes, ma'am. That is the best way.
Okay, so because of the distance between where you reside and where Mateo resides, moving forward, how do you want to visit your son?
During my semester break, I take trips to El Paso. I
Okay,
am actually going to El Paso next week.
okay, perfect. When will you be in El Paso next week?
I will be in El Paso on the 15th.
The 15th through what day, sir?
I'll be staying for a couple of weeks. I haven't bought a returning ticket.
Okay,
I just
so get your calendar out. Let's look at dates that you can tell the court that you can schedule time to visit Mateo.
I would like to visit Mateo every day while I am in El Paso.
Okay, so let's make this, you said you could be here for several weeks, correct?
For a couple of weeks. Yes,
Or a
ma'am.
couple of weeks. Okay, so I've got my calendar out. So right now we're looking at, you said the 15th, that would be next Saturday, or maybe next week, or are you talking about the week after next?
August 15th to August 28th.
Okay, so August 15th to August 28th. And you're saying from what time to what time can you see Mateo?
I am going off of their schedule. I am going over there to them. So what time does Mateo gets out of school? And I am willing to
How
wait.
I how old is Mateo? I thought he was only 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
He meant daycare.
He's in daycare. Okay. So he's in daycare. So putting daycare aside, let's think about a schedule that you can follow. What can you follow? Let's start. You want to start on the 17th?
Uh, is Perla available on the 16th?
On the 16th, the Sunday. Ms. Gonzalez, are you available?
Wait, is that a Sunday?
That's a
Well,
Sunday. Yes, sir.
yes, that is one I had asked one time. So is she available?
I don't know. Ms. Gonzalez?
I'm not available Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. I work 12-hour shifts at the hospital.
Okay. On the 16th, are you available?
No.
Okay.
Okay. On the 17th, is there an availability?
Yes.
Okay. What time, from what time?
Mm, 2 to 5.
Okay. And on the 18th?
You can do the same.
Okay. And on the 19th?
Mateo has a doctor's appointment that day at 2:45. He can come, or we can do it after.
Mr. Teo, do you want to go to your go with your doctor? You're with your son to the doctor's appointment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what time will you leave
The
together? I'm
the
sorry?
appointment is at 2:45 p.m. So if he comes or sees Mateo starting at 2, then we can just go together.
Okay.
I guess.
So 2 to maybe 6 o'clock?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now, on the 20th, I don't want it to be supervised. I want Mr. Teo to pick up Mateo and to drop him off. So would you want him to pick him up at the daycare or pick him up at your house?
Does he have his own car seat? Where is he going to take
He
my
should
son
have his own
to?
car seat. Mr. Teo, do you have a car seat for Mateo?
No, ma'am, I don't have a car seat.
Okay. You will need to get one if you want to pick up your son and drop him off. Will you be able to do so by next week?
No, I would not.
Okay. So do you want to continue to just, I don't know, is there a park around your house or the daycare or anything like that?
If that one has to be unsupervised, I'm willing to go drop off Mateo to wherever he's
Okay.
gonna
And
be.
this is what I'm saying. Supervised visits is fine for just a few moments, but for dad to really get to be with his son and you know, learn from each other, get to know each other, they really need to be by themselves. So I'd like for the 20th and the 21st to be unsupervised. So,
The 21st, I work. Like I said, I work every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
okay, so while you're working, Mr. Teo could have Mateo, right?
Okay, we would just have the same problem because I'd be at work, so I wouldn't be able to go take him, Mateo, to him.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Hmm.
Uh,
What can we do, Mr. Teo? I mean, your son needs a car seat.
I know what we can do. For the 21st, I am watching Analia, which is my daughter, and they have two car seats. Can I watch Mateo as well?
So, no, as long as you have a car seat so that when you pick up Mateo, he's secure in the car. I don't care where you get it, as long as you have one available.
On the 21st, I can have one available.
Okay, so on the okay, let me see here. We've got the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th. Now we have the 20th. Ms. Gonzalez, you said you can drop off Mateo, and are we looking at a different time frame, or do you want it to be the same 2 to 5?
The same is fine, but I do want to know where are you staying that I'm gonna have to drop Mateo off to?
Airbnb near Analia's. What
And
side
then
is that?
on
East
the
side?
21st, when do you go to work so that Mr. Teo can pick up your son before you go to work?
I go in at 6 a.m.
Okay. So on days like that, do you drop off Mateo at the daycare?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, Mr. Teo, do you want to pick up your son super early or would you prefer to pick up your son at the daycare?
What time is at the daycare?
Well, Mateo will be there at 6 in the morning, I presume, if not earlier. So if you want to pick him up at 8 or 9,
At the daycare, please.
okay. At what time?
At 10.
Okay. And what time do you get off work, Ms. Gonzalez?
I get out of, well, my shift is supposed to end at 6, but since I work in the emergency department, I never get out on time. So
Okay.
it varies depending on how busy the department is.
Okay, so this will be a whole day that Mr. Teo will have Mateo. What time would you want him to return Mateo to your house? Whether you're there or you have a designated adult there to receive him.
Mm-hmm. Is 1 or 2 fine?
Well,
Or
he's
do you
going to
want
pick
to
up
watch the whole
Mateo. He's going to pick him up at 10. You mean in the afternoon?
day? Mm-hmm.
Well, 10
Unless
to
he
1.
wants to watch him longer.
Well, I'm saying at least till 5 or 6 at the very least.
Okay, so 5 is fine.
On that Friday, you're not gonna be at work, or what did I miss?
I
Or
presume
somebody
she
else
will be
could
at
pick
work.
him up.
And what time does she get out, please?
Well, she said what, 6 o'clock at night, possibly 7?
Mhm.
You can still do it like how we did for the other week, 2 to 6.
Well, then let's do, you're gonna pick up Mateo and then drop him off at 6.
Yes. What
Okay,
time will I pick him up?
and then 10 o'clock at the daycare, like you said. That's gonna be on the 21st.
I'm asking if we should keep it from 2 to 6, like how it was for the rest of them.
If you want to do that, we can do that.
Oh,
Too many
yes,
hours for him.
because I'm not sure for that day yet, what time I'm picking up Analia. So 2 to 6 is good.
2 to 6, okay. Then we will try to keep it consistent from 2 to 6.
Okay.
That's the 21st. 22nd is a Saturday,
Same thing, I work.
okay? Mr. Teo? It would still be the same thing, picking up Mateo at the daycare and then dropping him off at 6 o'clock.
That's when she gets out.
Well, either somebody will be home or it needs to be at the daycare.
I think 2 to 6 is honestly a wonderful schedule.
Okay, so for Saturday also?
Yes, Perla, what time do you drop him off on Saturday?
My mom takes him to day. He goes to a different daycare on Saturdays.
So can he pick him up at your mother's house or do you want him to pick him up at the daycare?
At my mother's house is fine. If
Okay,
he's
so on Saturday at your mother's house, you will still have a car seat, Mr. Teo, for Saturday?
No,
Okay, then do you want to go to her mother's house?
I can't get a car seat on that day. I'm not sure. Can you please repeat the question?
Let's make this all very dependent upon whether or not, because nobody's going to let you take the child without a car seat. So you have to have a car seat there ready. Do you
Yes,
think you'll have a car seat?
on Saturday?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we're on the 23rd, which is a Sunday. Miss Gonzalez, I believe, works on Sunday also, or is that the one day you have off?
Yeah, I work.
Okay, so it's the same thing holds true. You have to have a car seat and you'll have to be able to pick them up either at her mother's house or at the daycare.
I understand.
So on the 23rd, what's the schedule going to look like for that day?
I work.
Mr. Teo?
My question is, what time do they bring Mateo to the daycare on the weekend? Is it at 2 or is it earlier than that?
On Fridays, I drop him off at daycare at 5:50 before I go into work at 6. On Saturday, he goes to a different daycare, and my mom would have already dropped him off by 5:30 at the daycare. So if you're gonna pick him up at 2, you have to pick him up at this other daycare on Saturday. On Sundays, my mom doesn't work, so she's able to watch him. So
Okay.
Mateo will be at my mom's house all
Gotcha.
days on Sundays.
Okay. So the question for you, Mr. Teo, is when do you want to pick up your son? On the 23rd, Sunday. Same time frame, 2 to 6?
No. On that one, can we do like 10? Because I am finding out he's there at 6 o'clock, and I'm like, if I can
Okay.
see
You just
that
have to have a car seat.
I understand.
Understood. So 10 to 6?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's on Sunday, and this will be at Miss Gonzalez's mother's house. Monday, now this is presuming that are you leaving on the 28th or are you gonna leave on the 29th?
Okay, let me look at my calendar.
And I know you may not have purchased your ticket yet, so,
I will leave on the 29th.
okay. So then we will continue the 2 to 5 schedule and repeat. Yes,
I
ma'am.
start school the week of the 24th.
Okay, so how is that going to change Mateo's drop off and pickup?
Well, now because right now my summer class ended already, so right now Monday through Thursday I'm free, but starting the 24th is when the fall semester starts for me.
Okay.
So I'll have a class on the 24th and 26th in the afternoon from 3 to 6. And then I'm in clinicals all day on the 25th and 26th from 7 to 4, I think.
The 25th and 27th?
Yes.
And what are your arrangements for Mateo for those days?
Okay. Well, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll just take him to daycare in the afternoon while I have my class, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays he'll have to be there all day while I'm at doing clinicals, and then I'll
Okay.
pick him up when I get out.
So, Mr. Teyu, can you pick up your son and have your son on the 24th from 12 to 6:30?
Where did you get 12 from?
Well, enough for her to get ready to go to school.
Perla, what time would you like me to get Mateo? At 2 p.m. or 12?
I would like for him to actually go to daycare because I get CCS since what he gives me for child support is not a lot, so I have to pay a lot for daycare. So he has a set schedule that he's approved to be at daycare. So
Okay.
like they see that I am in class from 3 to 5, so they expect to see like a schedule that Mateo was at daycare from those times to show that
Oh.
I'm using the daycare that they're paying for.
So then would you prefer Mr. Teyu to pick up Mateo in the morning and then maybe drop Mateo off by 3 at the daycare?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Teyu, can you make that work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then what would be the good time for him to pick Mateo up? Like 8 o'clock?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So at 3, so the second week, it sounds like you'll need to drop off Mateo at the daycare. So that will be 8 to 3. That's on the 24th and 26th. On the 25th, you're in clinicals from 7 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is the same. What's the arrangements for Mateo? I know you have to have some certain hours at daycare, but what can we do to work around that?
He wouldn't be willing to just pick up Mateo like at 4 and then
So have
spend
him
the
in the
afternoon
evening and have him in the evening?
If he's okay with that, I'm fine with that.
Mr.
On
Tate?
on that day, what time would you come back?
Hmm?
On the 25th and 27th, what time do you finish?
Well, that will be my first week ever, so I don't know. They told us 4.
So in
Okay,
other words, you pick up Mateo at 4 at the daycare.
okay, because yours might go past 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes.
So
When
you'll have dinner with Mateo those days. So from 4 to 7?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. It's my
Okay.
best.
So then the last day before you leave is the 28th.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the last day you'll see your son, and we haven't done October yet, or September, but I presume you'll be in school as well. So you're not going to be, okay. So I want to try to get you to see your son as much as you can so you can establish that bond. So on the 28th, what can you do?
And yes, thank you. It is making me smile a little bit. On the 28th, what is going on? It's Friday. Is she working?
She normally works on Friday, so I presume yes. If it's anything like the 21st, then we're looking at, let's see here, the 21st you were going to pick him up, or you were going from 2 to 6. Do you want 2 to 6, or do you want to have the whole day?
That's not bad. 2 to 6, please.
Okay, 2 to 6. That's August. Mr. Calvo, I hope you've written everything down because you're going to have some addresses or get them for Mr. Teyu and Miss Gonzalez.
Been following along, Judge. Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Teyu, for September, will you be in El Paso?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In October, will you be in El Paso?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the next court date in Iris, it's October 13th, 2026, correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. At 10:30 in the morning, that's Mountain Time. That'll also be Zoom. Okay, so Mr. Calvo, that's going to be the visitation for right now. It's a temporary order. I also want, after this in-person access and possession between Mr. Teyu and his son, I wanted to continue with the FaceTime that they still have. That's through the agreed temporary orders. Okay, so that he can still maintain contact with his son.
So I'm following along the way it's been broken down. You want it to continue every month after that, or just that you want the
No,
FaceTime to continue every
the
month?
FaceTime to continue. Right, there is no visitation under the temporary orders. It's just FaceTime.
As the agreed possessive order stated, right?
I'm sorry, what?
You're saying you want, like, because they have that agreed access and possession with the FaceTime. That's what you want to continue
Right,
the
that's going
30
to
minutes.
continue. I mean, he
Okay.
doesn't have to do the FaceTime the next 2 weeks. He's going to see his son. But
Okay.
once this ends, I wanted to still maintain some sort of access and protection. So that's going to continue for September and October. And then when we come back, I really want us to think, and this is for both parties, to really think about your schedules, bring your calendars, bring everything you need so that we can really write down some time that dad can spend with his son when he's here in El Paso. And hopefully in the future, his son will be able to travel, which will be nice.
Amen.
So, Mr. Calvo, regarding the temporary orders, what are the state's recommendations?
Well, the state needs to still call Miss Morris to get
Oh, Miss
the
Morris,
current obligation.
have I sworn you in, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, please raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you provide this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Miss Morris, what's your full name?
Erica Morris.
Where are you employed?
I'm a child support officer for the Attorney General's office.
What do you do for the Office of the Attorney General?
I help parties reach agreed orders. I also do research on income and health and dental insurance information for parties.
Were you able to review income information in this case?
Yes.
Were you able to acquire income for Mr. Tayu in this case?
Yes.
What is that income?
His current income is $4,085.43 a month.
Okay, pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Tayu, do you have any questions of this witness?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have questions of this witness?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Morris, thank you very much. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Mr. Calvo?
Okay, the state's recommending, Your Honor, this is that temporary child support using the income information that we have. The temporary child support would be for $607 per month starting September 1st of 2026. In addition, the state's recommending either ordering government health assistance and sending a medical support payment, or if we want to pause this and see and give Mr. Tayo a chance to see if there's a TRICARE possibility with no payment, and then we can reserve this for final along with the retroactive child support. But in and we leave that to the court to determine. But in other words, we are recommending that from the testimony of the parties, the agreement that appears to have been entered into is joint managing conservatorship, the name change of the child in this case, and the access and possession schedule that has been elaborated on in this case, with the only question from the state being just to really be sure on the 28th, what was the exact times that we're doing? Because that is the only one I have a question on.
He said 2 to 6.
2 to 6. Okay. Just making sure that was the correct one.
And also it's absent any mutual agreement. They both can agree to anything else that I've ordered, but I wanted us to start on a good note.
Okay. And to be clear, we have only the supervised visitations from the 17th, 18th, and 19th, and then starting the
correct.
20th, the rest are unsupervised.
That is correct.
Okay. Just making sure, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Tayu, is there anything else you would like to address? Is there just temporary orders? Is there anything else you would like to address the court at this time?
If I am being asked to do the impossible, I can't. No further comments, ma'am.
Okay. What's the cost it's going to take for you to fly into El Paso so that you could see your son?
The one way is about 400.
Okay. And if I understood correctly, you also have another child that you're going to be visiting during that same time that you're here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if we were to do a round trip ticket, we're maybe less than $1,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. At the final hearing, please bring to the court the cost of a ticket and things for you so that you can, when you exercise your visitation, we can get an idea of actual cost to you, okay?
Okay.
And that includes, if you're going to have to rent a car, if you're going to have to fly, I want to know what's the cost so that when you come in, those are costs associated to you to visit your son, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Ms. Gonzalez, is there anything else that you would like to address the court at this time?
Just really quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Does he also have to have his own food and diapers and wipes for Mateo when he watches him alone? Or
Well, of course.
I hope I don't have to provide that.
You do not, but
Okay.
he might have a diaper bag that you might want to give dad, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Anything else?
And then I do have a question. So I know he has his other daughter and they have already established their child support and he's been paying her. But I'm close with the other mom and he pays her the same he pays me every month. So I'm confused as to can he just pay whatever he wants every month then? Like you said $600 is what he's gonna start paying in September?
That's
Or
what the
he's
state is
supposed to?
asking the court. I haven't made a ruling yet, so I might change all of that depending on Mr.
I guess my question is, can he just make a payment of however much he wants as long as he makes a monthly payment?
Whatever is court ordered, that's what he's ordered to pay. And if he doesn't pay the full amount, then those are violations of a court order.
Which is what I'm saying right now. I cannot do the impossible. I cannot pay 600. This is what the VA lets me do. They let me put the social in the system. They give me the money. I give it to the child. But let's
Then
go.
how come you're still paying Ariana only $100 a month, which is what you're giving me? You're giving her the same amount of money you're giving me, and you have Analea's social.
It's 150.
Okay.
150,
First of
sorry.
all, Ms. Gonzalez, regarding the temporary order, is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Calvo?
The last words from the state, Your Honor, is we requested the court order Mr. Tayo to provide us the income information that was asked about in the hearing regarding his any VA disability letters, any information about his conditions that preventing him from working, anything that he can provide us so that we are prepared for the final hearing. And we would ask to be he would ask you order Mr. Tayo to provide that to us by the 21st, which is 2 Fridays from now. So August 21st.
Okay, make sure you have that in the order. Mr. Tayo is ordered to provide you any and all information regarding his income, as well as information related to healthcare insurance. But he did make it clear he needs Mateo's Social Security in order for him to put Mateo on insurance. I believe it's going to be VA Champ, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll give time for that. Anything else, and make sure that's in the order, Mr. Cowell.
So you're asking us to put the child's social security number in the order as well, then, Judge?
Well, he needs to have it in order for that. So whether it's provided to dad some way or another, or otherwise he's not going to be able to put.
We cannot disclose it as a state.
I get that.
I may have froze.
But the parties can talk, and I mean, there's nothing preventing a parent to do that. It's almost unlikely for him to be able to get that. He's not in El Paso. While he's in El Paso, he could probably try to get that information.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay, but what I was telling you is that the information you are requesting from Mr. Tayu, put that in the court order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty, based on the testimony and evidence before this court, I am going to find that Mr. Tayu is the father of Mateo. We will change Mateo's last name as the parties agreed. It will now be Mateo Gonzalez Tayu. Both parties will be joint managing conservators with Ms. Gonzalez as primary. Access and possession for the next 2 weeks are in place. That will be for August. September and October will revert back to the temporary access and possession schedule. I will deviate child support to $500 beginning September 1st, 2026. That is temporary support that can be modified and will allow for some time to get healthcare information for the final hearing, which will be October 13th, 2026 at 10:30 in the morning by Zoom. This is Mountain Time. Anything else, Mr. Calvo?
And no, Your Honor, if the parties can stay so we can get those
Yes, you probably need to put them
addresses.
in breakout rooms. That way they can go ahead and give you the addresses so that the order is clear to both parties.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. That concludes the hearing.